What's up, everybody? It's Edgar here from SFL Heron TV. I'm here with some of the boys to talk about Inter Miami's newest signing, Blaise Matuidi, who we just signed from Juventus. So far, I think this has been our best signing. I'm really excited about this player. What about you guys? What's up? How's everything going?
Yeah, about almost a year ago now, we made the first episode of this podcast, and we got a lot of heat saying that we weren't excited about the DPS and the two signings, which were Pellegrini and Carranza. You know, but that's because we were expecting a signing like this. Somebody coming from Europe, somebody that's had like top flight experience. I'm actually pretty excited for this one.
Yeah, especially somebody that brings so much to the table, especially for what we're going through right now with the team. Uh, you can say we're going through a really bad time right now, 5 games lost. Uh, but he brings a lot, like I say, experience, a lot of defensive attributes, and even when he has the ball, he's good going forward. So we'll be able to see actually an experienced player show his class inside the field.
Yeah, I definitely think that we needed somebody of that caliber, with that much experience. We're now the only team in the MLS that has a World Cup winner in their squad. You know, that's something else to think about. A lot of people
Yeah,
like they were mentioning his age because, he's a little bit on the older side. But personally, I don't know about you guys, but I believe that he still has a good couple of years left in him of giving, high level performances, at least for the MLS. What do you guys think? I still think he has another at least 2-3 years to give, solid performances
Yeah,
week in and
I'd
week out.
say 33 years old isn't that much older, like too old for especially the MLS. Um, we've seen other players come here and like do great, and they've been older, like Zlatan, right? And especially Matuidi, he's not gonna be a striker. The position he plays is more defensive in the center. So I think he can hold out a couple years with us. Like you said,
especially
like
with the role he comes to have. Like he's not here to be that player that's gonna score goals and has to win you games. At the end of the day, he's a tank. He's gonna be going up and down, helping with the defense and the offense. And at 33, like I said, like you said, I still think he has 2 to 3 years to give at least some quality soccer to our team.
yeah. My only worry is, um, you know, I hope the owners Beckham, they don't settle with just this one big signing because I don't think that one player is going to be enough to turn around what's going on in Miami right now.
I don't think that's the case, to be honest. The holes in the team were really evident throughout the tournament and even the start of the season. You know, they definitely need to add some players, some quality from back to front. And Matuidi, we're gonna get into that later, but he's not even a DP. We still have that DP spot open. So, like I said, we'll discuss that later. But I do think that Inter Miami won't just settle for this one player because I'm sure that everybody like on the board and presidency is very aware of the situation surrounding the club right now.
Yeah, especially like I said, especially the fact that he's not a DP. That means that the team actually wanted to keep that spot open for, I would say, a role that would be very, like I said, that has more impact when it comes to our team because we're lacking a forward or an attacking player for sure. So I would say that just the fact that they're using the TAM money for him not to be a DP shows that they are looking to spend good amount of money or bring a quality DP to the team.
Yeah, and now we start with the rumors again. Who's gonna
Well,
come?
yeah.
Who's it gonna be?
I
But
mean, at one
I
point we
don't know,
had
man.
David Silva thinking he was going to come, and I'm pretty sure he's going to last year if I'm not mistaken. Like, at one point, you had to stop listening to rumors. I mean, you can get excited, but a couple of months ago they were saying that David Silva was for sure coming to the CDP. That he already had a word agreement with Inter Miami, and next thing you know, he's going to go to Lazio. So we just gotta wait. Just like the Matuidi came from one day to another. It was one day it was a rumor. The next day, it, it was confirmed. It was not even the next day. Like in 3 days, it was already confirmed. But I mean, we just gotta let the people that handle, the players, do their thing, and hopefully they can surprise us with something good to help the team out because we actually do need it. This is a step towards where we should be going, though. World class players that could bring experience and class to the team, which is actually we are lacking of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I was very surprised when I found out about the signing because I didn't think that a player of his quality would come to Inter Miami, especially like given the performances and maybe we're not the most exciting team to be a part of if we're going based off performances alone. Obviously you
Mhm.
have all these other factors that come into play, such as location, Beckham being the owner, and I'm actually pretty excited because this is one of Beckham's ex teammates. This could open up
PTSD,
the
yeah.
gates for the possibilities could be endless for who else he could possibly have connections with via just based on some of the teams that he's played with or even like ex teammates such as Matuidi. So
And not even that. Like when it comes to Matuidi just coming, the fact that there's such a big name coming to the team, other players that actually get the offer from Inter Miami do see like I said, a bigger name, and they're actually gonna consider us a little bit more just because of the fact we have a world class player.
right, I mean before if you ask any of these like I'm sure that if you ask a lot of people in Europe who don't watch MLS, if you tell them who Pellegrini is or who even Pizarro, who's our best player, well, was our best player. I think Matuidi is probably a step higher in his position. But, Pizarro, I mean, we've mentioned it many times on this podcast that he has been our, far and away best player in the squad. And I'm sure that if you go to Europe and you ask a lot of people who maybe don't watch the MLS as much, they probably would have never even heard of him, you know? So
Exactly,
this is
especially
this
since
is
he
a
did his whole
player that
career in
will
Mexico.
attract other names because, it's a player that, he's known on a worldwide scale. The guy played in the World Cup final, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting. What do you think,
Uh,
Diego?
I think not just the fact that it'll attract other people. I think it'll light a fire within the team itself. You know, players are gonna want to step up and you know play better because they see like Matuidi, somebody they've probably been watching play, looking up to, and now he's playing with them on the field. So hopefully that's one case because I mean we gotta get a win.
I mean, the fact that his play style is very contagious. He's that type of player to throw himself to every ball. Every 50-50, he's going to give his all, and most of the 50-50, he's going to win. So I mean, that's what we need in the midfield, at least for now. I mean, we do have World Trap that has been there with Victor Ulloa, but I mean, we do need that player that, like I said, Matuidi's good defending, but if he gets the ball, he sees space, he's gonna run up and he's gonna be able to break lines and not make Pizarro come so much because Pizarro needs to be up top. I don't want to see Pizarro anywhere from the half in the back because he's slow. Even though he's good, he's slow. He's not gonna give you that sprint for you to actually or make an attacking run. So he's just gonna wait for the ball, and I think Matuidi is the person to do that at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think that I hadn't really thought about what Diego said about how he can help the rest of the team and light a fire under him, but that's very true. You look at some of the best teams in the world. You bring in that one player and he makes everybody around them different. We talk about, for example, when Liverpool signed Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool's defense was, being constantly laughed at. That picture with the Ferrari up front and a freaking horse in the back for defense. They brought this guy in, and he made everybody around him better. So I think Matuidi can add that same dynamic to our midfield, where he's gonna hopefully make everybody around him play a little smarter. You could tell that he's an organizer. He's somebody who likes having an organized midfield. He's gonna hopefully be out there yelling and screaming at his other midfielders, drop back, open up, don't force the ball. Little things like that, we haven't really seen too much from any of our midfielders. I haven't really noticed anybody truly step up in that matter. That I mean, I don't know if they'll make him the captain or anything, but I wouldn't be surprised just based off experience. And if you give him the armband, he's definitely going to even more. So he's going to be out there shouting and encouraging the other players around him.
Yeah, I don't think they're giving the captain ban right away, but obviously because we already have a captain. But I feel like it's just a matter of games, man. Just I mean, just like you gave the captain ban to Robles because he's an experienced MLS player. Well, you're bringing a leader in the midfield. You're bringing a World Cup winner, a guy that has played the World Cup not too long ago. Like he wasn't even a player that was on the bench the whole time. He actually played the World Cup. So just the experience alone brings a new type of leadership into the field that we did lack, and hopefully he fixes a lot of the problems. Like I said, this is not the end for the team. Like we still need to get more things, more players in or for certain positions that we need to improve. But this is a very good step forward.
Yeah, and we mentioned the World Cup, but we can't forget that he's played a lot of his career playing at two of the top teams in their respective leagues. We got PSG and we got Juventus, which is like it's insane.
Yeah, exactly. Especially since I mean, if you actually look, he's been playing in PSG and sorry in Juventus for the past year. It's not like I said, we're not bringing a player that has not been playing for months. I mean, obviously because of the quarantine, but if we haven't been a player that hasn't is just worn off, that he's not really playing, that teams didn't really want him in the starting 11. He's been starting games, going in games. So like I said, we still bring a very good player that is going to change the way we play. And with this, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, still don't know what formation uh, Alonso is going to use for the team now. Because I mean, like I said, he was
He,
trying
he,
three in the
he
back,
has
now
to stop.
four.
He has to stop with the three at the
But
back.
I mean, yeah, I think the same. But I know there's a new signing that he brought, and we didn't mention it because I mean, it was really just a signing that went under the radar. That was uh, Pires, if I'm not mistaken, Argentinian that played for Atlanta a year and a half ago. He just came from Mexico. The fact that he brought another defender makes me think that he still wants to try that three in the back. So at least Matuidi could be that person to help out fill in those holes that when we have three in the back.
Yeah, and hopefully, get a good striker, somebody to lead at the front.
Yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
rumors are endless. Rumors are endless. I mean we have a lot of players are free. I mean if you actually look at the free agents right now, you have Cavani. I don't think he's gonna come. Let me tell you,
Yeah,
be
I don't
honest.
know. I mean,
He's
we
not.
can get into the rumors another day. There's another time for that.
No.
Uh, but I did want to consult with Diego because, from what I understand, you're the one who knows the most about the some of the rules and regulations of the MLS. So could you elaborate a little more on what the TAM exactly is? Because I'm sure that a lot of the audience are still a little bit confused as to, wait, so he's not a DP, he's a TAM. So some people are a little bit confused about that. Would you mind explaining that?
Yeah, I won't go into like the specific numbers in reference to like the salary and all that, but I'll be like basically what it is. TAM meaning targeted allocated money. It's a budget given to each team by the league, right? So each team is allowed two DPs and a young DP. Um, so normally you can, if you have a player that's gonna pass the salary cap, that would push a player from being just a normal player to a DP. They can use this target allocated money to kind of water down the salary in a sense, so that in the eyes of the league, they're not getting paid like a DP. But I'll just use like numbers as examples, right? So let's say Matuidi cost 1 million a year, right? And the cap is 700 and something 50,000, and then he becomes a DP after 750, right? If they use this TAM to pay 250,000 of the million, now Matuidi appears as he's getting paid 750,000, so he drops below the DP cap, right? So
Mhm.
it becomes just a regular player. He's getting paid more, but they're using this budget to pay his salary. That's the league puts that in terms of it's used by teams that let's say they sign a player, and then next year their value goes up, right? Like let's say Martinez at Atlanta, right? So his price goes up when they want to re-sign him. They can use this target allocated money to pay the difference, so he remains as a regular player, not a DP.
So I'm
I mean,
guessing
at the end of the day,
every team gets the same amount of money allocated per season.
Yeah, they've been increasing the budget up and up, because as the years have gone by, the players are getting more and more expensive. So they've been increasing it, and I wouldn't doubt if it goes up again this year.
That's interesting. I mean, that's a testament to how much the league has grown in the past couple of years. That allocated money that they give each team is constantly going up every year. So I
I
mean,
mean, it's a
that's
way to
that's
play. It's a way to play with numbers, and I mean, it's a smart way to do it, man. If you have the money and you can do it, I mean, like I said, to do it to bring such a good player to Inter Miami and not to use that DP spot that would help us a lot. It's smart. I mean, you're not gonna have that money just sitting there or not use it or be dumb not to use it. Like I said, there's people that thought that I thought Matuidi was gonna be a DP for sure. I mean, given who he is, but the fact that Inter Miami strategically use that money so we can still have the spot open is good. It benefits us.
Yeah, now they can look for somebody, to come and put some goals in the net for us.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully soon. I mean, our first game is against Orlando now, the 22nd. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we don't lose this time.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can
Yes.
do a preseason or a pregame like a show for that, and talk about the games and some potential lineups for it. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I really do hope that the boys have had some good training since they've come back from Orlando and they're ready to kick the season off. All of us are excited despite some some not so favorable results in the first couple games. I know most of us are still excited to cheer on the team. It's the first season and most of us are realistic. We're excited. We're optimistic for the team, but we're also being realistic. And I think that's important.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, like you said, it's a new team, and I mean, we're here to support, man. We're here from the area. We're raised here in South Florida, so I mean, we're always going to support that team. It is not a win or lose thing. We're losing, we're going to stop supporting them. Like I said, we're just going to be there, but like I said, it doesn't. We can only go up from here. We already played
True,
Orlando
true.
once. We can only play Orlando once. We know what Nani's capable of doing with his age. I mean, now we can have a better strategy when it comes to the game, even though one of the goals was super unlucky for their part, which was Nani's second goal. But, I mean, hopefully we flip things around. I mean, we're going to play home, so we have the
Yeah,
advantage in there. So, I mean,
yeah.
we'll
Still,
bring this
still
game
waiting to
forward.
see if they'll, play it with a, open stadium, or they're still gonna be doing the same.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I'm sure
hopefully.
it's gonna be behind closed doors.
I mean, Dallas played with open doors, if I'm not mistaken.
Did
Dallas
they?
against, yeah, I know there's a game that they played with open doors. I think, hold me to it though. I'm not sure. I read it somewhere.
I
I
don't know.
wasn't keeping
It's
up with
tough
those
because
games to be
it's
honest.
all the other sports are still playing, behind closed doors. So I don't know.
Yeah, and
You
even
never
soccer. We watched the Champions League earlier, and everything was shut down. I mean, I'd be very surprised if that first game is played in the stadium. Just based off
Mhm.
how some of the things with the season tickets have been going, I really don't see that happening. If I'm being quite honest, but let's not really talk about that. That's for another day.
Yeah, I mean,
Any final thoughts on the Matuidi signing? Any final thoughts, guys?
Just
nothing. I
excited.
mean,
We want to see him play.
just obviously excited. I know he's not gonna play the first game against Orlando because of what's going on. He's gonna come from. I'm pretty sure he's still in France. Or he's in France or Italy, wherever he is right now. But because there's a protocols, you have to come. I
He
think
has
for sure he has
the
a
two
problem
week.
with his visa. He has to do
Quarantine,
He has to
the
do a
isolate.
2 week
quarantine.
quarantine.
There's a lot of things, but I mean, at the end of the day, just the fact that the players know Matuidi is here and he's gonna play for the team is gonna make a difference.
And they're also fighting for their own spots because
I
he's
mean,
coming
you
in and
imagine,
he's a
yeah,
shoe
you
in to
imagine that.
start.
You
Yeah,
imagine the two CDMs right now. What
Yeah,
what they're doing?
bro,
Ah
busting their
man,
ass in practice. I can tell you that.
bro, you
yeah.
tell
I
coach
mean,
tells me 5 laps, they're all doing 15. Well, let me tell you, man, I would be the hell because
you want
one
to
is
be
No, you
the
gone.
wouldn't.
you want to
No,
be the guy starting with him.
Yeah, but I mean, yo, you have to. Man, it's two spots. One is gonna lose their spot for sure because you're not
Yeah,
gonna bench
obviously.
Matuidi. You're not gonna bench Matuidi.
I
At
mean,
least
hey,
for the
we're
first
gonna talk
5
about all
games.
that next podcast. We're gonna talk about all that. Who we think Matuidi's coming in for, who's hitting the bench. I mean, it's gonna be an exciting one. So thank you
Yeah,
guys for
I mean,
joining. As always, comment down below. And let us know. Let us know what you guys think about the video. Let us know if you have any suggestions, anything you want us to talk about for the next one. Have a good
yeah, I
one.
mean, just take
Yeah.
care.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.